You're listening to the Night Demon Network. Go to nightdemon.net/subscriber to unlock more exclusive content.
Hello and welcome to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. I'm your host Nesbit, and we are on the road with King Diamond and Overkill in fall of 2024. Night Demon on the road, and as you're about to hear, adding in some extra shows on off days, including some with Cirith Ungol. Let's get into it. This is the King Diamond Tour.
So at this point, the tour is where we have the first of a few shows that are with Cirith Ungol only. It worked out that there were some holes in the tour, you know, again, days off in places that, first of all, were very close to where we were before. So, I mean, look at this routing. It's perfect. You know, we're in Maryland on the 28th. The next show with King Diamond is on the 30th in New York. So, I mean, we're right there, you know, Washington, Maryland, DC kind of area. So what, maybe a couple of hours drive to New York? And, you know, what are we going to do in New York? There's nowhere to fucking park. It's super expensive. So it just had worked out that we had a couple of shows booked at a venue called St. Vitus earlier in the year with Ungol only. It was 2 shows back to back. St. Vitus is a pretty small but legendary heavy metal club in Williamsburg, Brooklyn area in New York. And for whatever reason, you know, I think it ended up being sort of more political than anything. Somebody, you know, ratted him out or something, but basically the city, you know, fire chief or something like that came in and basically shut them down because of some kind of capacity thing or some sort of something really stupid, basically, where it seemed like it was kind of, you know, done intentionally. Because, I mean, this place had been going for years. I mean, we've played there multiple times since I've been in the band, and, you know, it's always been packed shows, you know, really good venue, good sound, you know, really cool people and all that. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, so the people that were booking those shows found another venue called the Meadows. And since this was a bigger venue, they were able to just do the one night. So as it turned out, I guess as soon as we got the routing on this tour, you know, it was like, hey, that's a perfect place to do that show. Perfect spot. So there you go. Booked that show and went over and did a cool Cirith Ungol show.
So the next night was scheduled to be a day off between Silver Spring, Maryland and Brooklyn, New York. But did we take a day off? No, we did not. We went straight to New York and met up with Tim and Rob from Cirith Ungol. They were on their so-called farewell tour, and we had booked a show in Brooklyn, same town we were playing the night before. at the Brooklyn Monarch. We had a sold-out show for Cirith Ungol. It was amazing. So on our day off, me and Armand played with Cirith Ungol. It was so fucking cool.
So anyway, yeah, just an all in all good night. I remember the show being fucking packed. It's probably like a 500 or 600 cap venue. Kind of in an industrial area that seems to be getting a little gentrified. But yeah, good turnout. And I just remember having a really good set with those guys. It was cool. We were already, let's see, just about 2 weeks in on the tour. So it was nice to have a little something different. We had been playing the same set, every night. Also, we were in Germany before that doing a bunch of shows. So, yeah, it was cool to have those guys come in and bring a different energy and just, have some fun with the old boys.
We had an awesome show. It was super hot. It was super sweaty. The Dodgers were in town. It was the World Series. They were playing the New York Yankees. So Dodgers and Yankees, World Series, historic kind of rivalry that goes back to when the Dodgers played in Brooklyn. So here we are, LA boys. Our team's playing in New York. We're playing in Brooklyn, where the Dodgers are originally from. Freddie Freeman hits this amazing walk-off home run. The Dodgers win. They go up 3-0. I believe it was 3-0, and they're about to just dominate the Yankees in the World Series. We get off stage and find out this information. We're super stoked. New Yorkers are pissed. We kind of try and keep our voices down. They hate us from being from LA. It was a great show. It was an awesome night with Ungol, and I'm glad we could capitalize on our day off.
One other notable thing, I guess, to mention about the show is that, again, this is one of the, I don't know, maybe second or third show in the States that I played with the band without Greg being the sole guitar player now in the band. So, obviously a little pressure for me to make sure that I put on a good show and, cover all the bases and make sure the diehards, appreciate me doing the job that needs to be done. And, myself also making sure that I give them the show that they want and play the songs right and do them in tribute to all the guitar players that came before me. So there you go. Cirith Ungol at the Meadows in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, I guess the other thing about this with the Ungol guys is that there was 2 shows. There was that show, and then coming up a couple days later, on November 1st, we had another show out in Massachusetts, which just, it's crazy how like this kind of thing worked out. I mean, obviously we have no say in planning King Diamond's tour schedule, but it's almost like we did, So, really cool thing for us and for the Ungol guys. So yeah, everybody stayed in town for those few days, to make it worth the while. No point in going back and forth.
Funny enough, the day before had been an off day of the King Diamond tour, but Cirith Ungol, so the other band the guys are involved with, they had a show in Brooklyn with Sanhedrin.
We had our good friends Sanhedrin play with us. They're kind of like our local New York friends that always help us out when we do shows there. or in the area. If we don't have gear, they're always willing to bring gear, which is awesome. Last time we played out there with Ungol, they provided all the backline for us, which is huge because, things can definitely add up in New York price-wise, and it's just always cool to have some friends to help out. And another cool thing that was also part of the deal was Nathan, the drummer. He works at the King's Theater, which we were playing the next night with King Diamond. He's like one of the stage managers or something like that. And he was able to allow us to park the van there at that venue overnight, which again is fucking huge, man. I mean, to park a van like that in New York, it's like $100 a night, at least probably. So, and if it's not, you're driving out to Jersey or something like that. It's just out of the way and a whole fucking shit show of trying to get gear back and forth and people taking trains and this and that, which we've done before. So yeah, show was killer. And that was it. Gearing up for the next night in Brooklyn at the King's Theater, back on the road with King Diamond.
The King's Theatre is one of the most magnificent venues I've ever seen. It was another of these like very old theatres, but absolutely huge, and just like every element inside, the statues and the painted ceilings and all these ornate details. I mean, it just really is like beautiful to be in.
The King's Theater, 3,500 capacity. Wow, what a fucking venue. Beautiful, beautiful, huge theater. Again, one of those places where it's like, what are we doing playing this place, I guess the story is that in the 80s and 90s or something like that, this place was like totally abandoned and run down and turned into like a homeless shelter or something like that, which is fucking crazy, because it's such a beautiful building. So, but anyway, some people came in, put, I don't know how many millions of dollars together and restored it. And what a great thing that they did to restore that theater, because, I mean, talk about one of the most like gaudiest theaters that I've ever been to in the States. It's almost like something you'd come across in Europe, France or Paris, something like that, like super crazy decor all over the walls, like huge giant chandeliers. I mean, just the whole nine. A huge backstage, downstairs, stuff like that. So
we're playing in Brooklyn, New York at the King's Theater, legendary venue. We had some friends from the band Sanhedrin. They were like the stage hands there. So they totally took care of us.
And again, we got kind of a little bit of an extra special treatment because for our buddy Nathan from Sanhedrin, being the venue manager or whatever, I'm not sure exactly what his role is there, but it's a good enough role to, get us some perks, like being able to park the van there overnight and stuff like that.
We were able to park our van, our equipment, our whole rig for 2 or 3 days in a locked and gated parking lot behind the King's Theater. Now, King's Theater is a union house, so they do not fuck around. They do not give leniency to anybody. They play by the rules, but because of our friends Nate and Erica from Sanhedrin, we were able to do that. That really saved us a lot, because parking in Brooklyn or parking in New York City costs hundreds of dollars a day, and it doesn't guarantee the safety of your stuff. It's a rough and tough town, as it's always been, and people love to steal stuff. So that really helped us out a lot.
The logistics of playing in New York City is always a bummer on every tour. Getting into the city, driving your van through the city, God forbid you have a trailer, which we did not on this run, thankfully. And just getting around the city sucks. We love the people there, but every time we have to play in New York City, it's just it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, it was really cool for them to have our backs. They made sure like we were taken care of, and all the venue staff were sort of helping us out. So that was really, really cool of them.
This was a great show. I got to meet Adam Dubin, the guy who did a year and a half in the life of Metallica, Murder in the Front Row, the Beastie Boys movie. He was friends with Dave Brodsky and Allison Wost, some great directors and videographer friends of mine from New York. It was a New York kind of deal, right? But we had a great time at the show. My friend Nick Taylor from the Nick Taylor Horror Show showed up. It's the first time we met in person. If anybody is into horror movies, he has the best podcast for it, the Nick Taylor Horror Show. I highly recommend it. My other friend James, who owns an amazing kava bar there, we're old friends, came. It was just some of the guys from Nightwish were there who were big fans of ours. It was just an amazing show. Brooklyn, New York City could go one of two ways. Tonight was a good night, and it was a really fantastic show. If I remember correctly, I don't know why. I think at this point we were. I think I was a bit under the weather, but the show still felt pretty good. And at this point, we had switched out a song. So Outsider Screams in the Night into Obsidian. So we swapped out Hollowed Ground for Obsidian. That's a really unsung hero on Outsider. I really like that song, and I'm glad that we put it into the set there.
Yeah, rockin' show. Just business as usual, man. Back to the grind, opening up, doing our time, 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe the sound of the venue was a crazy thing, like hearing that, the natural ambience of this place is so big. Pretty cool. Got to play a lot of places on this tour that I never would have imagined setting foot in or even knew that existed. I mean, I never heard of this place. We've been in New York a handful of times. I mean, so many times, and played a bunch of different places, but never had been to this place. So pretty cool. So that's Brooklyn, New York, King's Theater, King Diamond, the King, the theater for the King. Well deserved.
Some of us stayed in a hotel, Nate and Erica from Sanhedrin. Some of us stayed at their house. They put up their house for us. It was super awesome.
Me and the Joaos are two crew members, both named Joao. We stayed with Nathan that night. Everybody else got a hotel. We figured we could get one less hotel room if we can, have a few of us stay there. Our crew members, the two Joaos, are, usually the last ones, as they're the crew members who are working, and they're usually the last ones out, and they came back to the house that I was staying at. They tried calling me, and I did not wake up, and nobody woke up, unfortunately, and they ended up sleeping in the van that night. I felt so bad. It was just an unfortunate thing that happened that night. But other than that, the show went okay. But Joao, I'm very, very sorry. Really.
Well, that's it for this week in Brooklyn. Cirith Ungol and Night Demon back-to-back nights. As always, I'll mention the subscriber section on nightdemon.net. You can hear the full sets we talked about on this episode, and there's some footage of backstage in the theater. Of course, that's in addition to the hundreds of live tracks and shows and unreleased demos and unreleased songs, photo galleries, everything Night Demon. That's nightdemon.net. You can see how you can become a subscriber and get access to all that bonus content. Until next time, this is Nesbitt signing off.
Thanks for listening to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast. Head over to nightdemon.net, click on the subscriber tab, and sign up to access exclusive weekly bonus content. If you would like to donate to support the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast, you can do so through PayPal at paypal.me/nightdemonmetal. Additionally, if you have not already done so, Please subscribe, like, rate, and review the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts.
All hail, Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. This is Dusty Squires chiming in to tell you about my brand new signature sticks from the London Drumstick Company. I've dreamt of having my very own drumsticks ever since I was a wee lad, and LDC made that a possibility for me. Founded in 2016 in London, England, the birthplace of heavy metal, the London Drumstick Company has trailblazed a path through the music industry and taken the drummer world by storm. When I met them for the first time, they knew their product was going to withstand the beatings of a Night Demon show. They took the time to work with me on getting everything just right. The balance and weight of my sticks are the same no matter what, and the durability is bar none the best I've ever had. I know my sticks will last through the set night after night. I'm truly honored to work with a company that caters to their players the way LDC does. Their innovation and attention to detail is what separates them from the rest of the stick makers out there. Their custom stick sleeves are unbelievable and really make the entire presentation complete. Wait until you see the design they came up with for me. It blew my mind and was a surprise to say the least. They have all kinds of amazing swag, including hoodies, t-shirts, drummer shorts, drum keys, stick bags, towels, face masks, practice pads, and much, much more. Even if you're not a drummer, you can be a part of Demon history and order my brand new signature sticks direct from their website. How cool is that? And to top it off, the London Drumstick Company are giving an exclusive offer to the Night Demon Heavy Metal Podcast listeners. Go to londondrumsticks.co.uk and receive a 15% store-wide discount using promo code DEMONSTICKS. All capital letters, no spaces, Demon Sticks. DEMONSTICKS. I can't thank everyone there enough for the opportunity to be a part of their family and for them trusting me with their amazing products. See you metal maniacs on the road very soon. And yes, the wood chips will be flying.
Greetings, boils and ghouls. This is your comrade, the Crypt Keeper here, reporting dead from the sanctuary of the strange. Tonight's macabre myth is a fright-filled feature, one overflowing with monsters, madness, and magic.
Visit our website at monstersmadnessandmagic.com to stay up to date on all the dark dealings within the sanctuary of the strange. Enjoy the show.
Hey Metalheads, I'm Mark and I host the Metal Forge. Let me tell you about the show. The Metal Forge features the best underground metal from all over the world. We spend every week with a different artist with interviews, in-depth conversations, and most of all, the music. We also feature audience interactivity where you can submit your questions to the upcoming guests. New episodes are out every Friday at noon Eastern Time at metalforgeradio.com or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Want to know what's going on in the world of music? Then tune in to the Nothing Shocking Podcast, a non-genre based, all-ages friendly rock and roll program. Join us weekly for interviews with all your favorite rock stars from the mainstream to the underground. You can find us at nothingshocking.libsyn.com or anywhere you download podcasts.
Okay, metalheads, you've been complaining that there has not been a channel that plays all of the heavy metal videos from past, present, and future for years and years at this point. Well, that time is over. Heavy Metal Television is back. HeavyMetalTelevision.net is the website. Go there. You can see videos playing 24/7, 365, all the time, all the best from the old school, the new school, and everything in between. Check it out, HeavyMetalTelevision.net. It is where the metal is.